Here we are with Godbound, Evicting Epistle, Season 2, Episode 8. We are in March 2019. I am Devin, the referee, and to my left, we have X playing Y.
Nicole playing Thea, although I probably won't be doing anything this session again.
Tyler playing Matiel, the Pirate Queen.
Peter, Jose, so the goat-headed.
Marcus Lothar.
Alright, gang, recap last episode.
Um,
This was Mosgard, you get a reward.
You would.
This was our pet monster game, you'd also get a reward.
So we made some goat, cherub, octopi creatures as theotechnicians. And then I went and saved a bunch of people from the hyper elves, brought them back, started teaching them how to be pirates. Turns out there's a lot of trolls that are spawning from the Blight of Evil near where Derico used to be. So I took them in and kind of tested them against the trolls, taught them how to fight and run, fight like pirates, use their cunning.
Yeah. How'd that go for them?
some
You know-
survived.
It went pretty decently, I think. They made a few mistakes. Some people definitely died, but they came out on top.
Alright. You feel that your people are ready for the big win? I don't know if that could be you, but you think they're ready for it?
I think they're learning. I think they've still got a ways to go. But,
Okay, thank God.
Yes.
He's like, it's March. I'm like, it's the 12th of March. I'm like, isn't it Devin's birthday tomorrow? Oh fuck, was it March or May? Was it March or May? But it's May.
You just told them my birthday!
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry.
You son
But-
of a bitch!
Holy shit. I was like,
Wait a minute, we didn't say the date. It's
oh
fine.
shit. Oh shit.
Could have been any number.
Just tell them their social security number and...
Yeah, but... That'll be
Hey Devin, what's your mom's maiden name? And
that'll be $14.97 for a pizza and a small Coke. Same as my PIN number.
I was like actually like about to like have
Have a panic attack?
I was like, oh shit, that's so crappy. Especially like the stuff you did for my birthday and everything. Oh my god.
Tell the listener what I did for your birthday.
Hid presents around the house every day for like a week beforehand.
Like
or
2
more,
weeks.
Like 2 weeks beforehand. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of little presents and I wrapped them and I just hid them around the house for her to find every day.
Yeah.
nice.
It was really cute.
It was.
have a scavenger hunt. Find your thing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, and then I forgot your birthday. Oh no!
It's symmetry appeal. Perfectly balanced as all
Oh,
things
man.
should be.
Oh,
Opposites
man.
attract.
Oh man.
Good times. Not this year, honey.
Right? I was so. Oh my god. Sorry to just completely derail the game, but oh my god, thank god.
Good times. All right. So, what are we up to today, gang?
We don't want to recap what anyone else did. Only Matiel is important.
Not apparently.
I apparently may or may not, depending on timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff, have created a new... What's the word I'm looking for?
High priest.
No.
Apostate.
Different character.
Apostle.
Yeah, apostle, yeah. The High Apostle, I want to say Fire, Mud, Heart,
Lava Man?
Lava Man.
Magma Man.
Magma King.
Magma King! There we go.
Someone takes notes.
And he basically
Yeah.
just sort of copies
I'm remembering
Lothar
this game
delivery.
now.
The
Also-
Black Star Rebellion, then the Holy Seven, you know.
Oh shit,
and
I
the
forgot all
fascists.
those words.
So yeah, and now there's apparently like a whole bunch of books Lothar has to go through about like
Evil books you have to destroy.
It's like, oh look, this now some of my guys are promoting superior living strong in the East and all this other stuff. And
I mean, you are stronger than everyone else, so you're not wrong. There's in your blood, man. Blood purity.
But yeah, and also I created a parrot.
Yeah.
Who I should probably speak in random. I think who it's a parrot, but it caused random Ayn Rand quotes, I think, or
Yeah, I don't know much Ayn Rand quotes. I only know what people say about Ayn Rand.
Okay, how
so
about-
I'll just parrot those.
or you could just do like
Take something from the man.
generic like you know, chicken soup for the soul level like
A
advice.
master chooses a slave
Trickle down.
base.
Trickle down economics.
I think there's actually a random quote thing for quotes. Anyway,
There's one for Harry Potter, and it's the best thing in the world. Ayn Rand as if it was Harry Potter.
but
It's like Hermione started talking about how taxation wouldn't be dealt to her, and she had a look in her eyes that haunts me to this day.
Other than that, that's about it.
And then Thea had her reflection day.
Oh shit! Yeah, you had a festival.
Oh, that's fun.
You guys bared down for the party.
So many bears and a goat.
yeah, that went well. You guys aren't. Oh, that's exactly why you're banned. Right.
Fucking.
Just looking for bear goats.
Look out for bears and look out for goats. Okay, so who wants to start the session with their action? Who wants to take up a clock?
I'll go.
All right, Mattiel, the Pirate Queen. What are you up to?
I'm going to gather Yan, and we're going to go talk to Brackett.
The head of the Woman of the Machine.
Yes.
In your city of Jericho, in your Shatterdome.
Yeah.
Yep. Shatterdome is working at full capacity, you know, making, creating like parts and preparations and resources for, you know, the assembly lines. You have a lot more technicians now because of the goat thing.
Yep.
I give one of them a friendly pet because they're just so darn cute.
Industry is life. And the worker nourishes the boss shelters the worker.
Who have they been talking to?
Cool.
No one's like, they can talk? Just cuts to that scene from her perspective, is just staring at you with dead little swirly black eyes. Like a goddamn Edward Gorey painting.
I just stare back at it with those weird hourglass
Yeah.
goat eyes.
That marks you a friend of Satan. Alright, you're in the cathedral. Which is what this is. It's practically a cathedral to progress.
Okay.
They're shaping prayer and faith into weapons.
Brackett, I just wanted to come and congratulate you on the successful launch of the Tempestuous Lemur.
How did it handle?
Very well. It's performing exactly as we dreamed it would.
It will be the flagship of our new fleet.
Yes. We're looking forward to taking it out on its maiden voyage very shortly. I actually just wanted to talk to you and catch up before we left about what you'll be doing while I'm gone. I have some new blueprints for Godwalkers I'd like the Shatterdome to start producing. Transports, small fighters, that sort of thing.
We can produce the chassis and the components, but to kindle them, we require embers of the world.
Yes. I'll be doing my best to bring those to you. Hopefully I can bring them at the rate that you're producing Godwalkers.
It's unfortunate that no matter the scale or the size, we always need the same amount of embers.
But the transports and the fighters, those are relatively mundane projects. They're not something befitting an artist of your caliber. I have a different project in mind for you, something special I'd like you to start working on while I'm gone. I'd like you to start crafting me some prototypes.
Sure. Give us the designs, we'll tinker around, see where we can go with them.
Yan, you know, you've been my eyes and ears in the world. How many of those magical girls are there?
The Freedom Fighters.
Yes,
5. Well, recently they have a 6th.
6.
They turned them from one of the armies of the Hell.
I want you to start crafting me 6 very special Godwalkers. I want them to be Seraph-class angel battlesuits. I want the wings to be made of swords. I want them to ripple with the conduits of lightning. And I want them to be soft and nimble enough that you could dance in them. And I want you to leave room for personalization so that we might be able to customize each of these to the personality of its wielder.
It's possible. We'll need time. The armaments you're talking about are pretty high scale. It would eat up the factory's entire production force.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to produce the transports and the fighters first, and I want you to work on designing and prototyping. And then once the first batch of fighters and transports is done, hopefully I'll be returning, and then we can start on production.
You know what would really speed this up?
What?
Another Shatter Dome and another workforce.
I'll see what I can do about it.
We're at max capacity with the workers we have here. We've expanded as much as we can. We'll need an entire other kiln. She kind of shows, she kind of shows you the design of the Shatter Dome, and it's clearly a mech production facility, but it also has a sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? It has like a theological or like a sort of narrative design to it, where it's a forge. And
right.
the sort of heat that emanates out of it to help it shape all this stuff can only go so far.
All right, well, you work on the prototypes. I'll work on the construction of the second Shadow Dome. We'll have to find a suitable location.
Yeah, because then we could just double our production rates. We'd still need the same amount of embers, but at least we wouldn't have a choke point of one facility.
Right. Well, I'll work on that. Thank you.
I actually had some ideas for places to harvest.
Oh?
Well, right. I keep forgetting you're not from the future. Sorry. We know that highly supernatural beings, ones that have been kindled from divine sources, are an excellent source of these things. We also know that you can kind of tear out parts of reality to fuel them. Has anyone told you about this?
No, this is the first time hearing of it.
Really, no one? No one in your entire... even the other gods, even the two that are from the future that
We've
The ones that I'm closest to are from the past.
Okay, so you know how there are stars in the sky?
Yes?
Those are placeholders. They stand in for parts of, she picks up a ball and throws it in an arc, Sigourney Weaver style, so it hits a basketball net across the court. All right, how did I do that?
You picked up the ball, you used your muscles, threw it in.
Right, so I could throw this as hard as I want, and she throws it and misses, and it'll hit it every time, right?
No, you just missed.
Why'd I miss, though?
You threw too hard.
All right, so throwing hard isn't the only thing, right?
You have to aim.
And what do you have to do to aim? What do you got to know to aim?
Speed, velocity, gravity.
How the ball works, right? How it's going to go. If one of those stars in the sky goes out, I could throw that ball and it would just explode in midair. I could throw that ball and it would hatch. I could throw the ball and it would just drop out of the sky like it was made of lead and just stop bouncing forever.
Okay.
There's countless lights in the sky, and they all control some aspect of reality. They're like the Shatter Dome. They're a furnace. They keep a fire going, and that fire controls parts of the world. Not all of them are super necessary. Near the end, we started harvesting the stars for parts.
I see.
So, maybe there's certain species of butterflies or birds that we just don't need anymore.
Jan's like,
Yeah, and one of the bird people both are like, we rip out that star, harvest it for parts, no one's going to miss it.
We'll talk more on this when I return.
Just take a look at the night sky when you're out there. Every one of those is an entire cache, sometimes an entire vault full of embers. One of those stars could be a fleet.
And we need quite a few embers.
And they're all here. We exhausted them back in the day, but there's so many now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't believe no one's brought that up to you. It seems intentional. Seems like a power play, but what do I know?
Well, I should be on my way.
If you have like social power, she honestly believes the other gods were hiding that from you as a power play, so you couldn't accumulate and consolidate power.
She's from the future. They're a cunning and paranoid lot.
Yeah, they are.
They're power hungry.
She's specifically from the faction that every other faction decided they could leave behind because no one would miss them, because they weren't special enough to go with. What?
Me?
No, the
Okay.
machine, woman of the machine.
I was not actually.
Woman of the machine
listening
were
to
people the other
conversation.
future factions were like, we can leave people behind to die in the dead, airless world.
Yan, while I'm gone, I want you to learn everything you can about these magical girls, the freedom fighters. Go to where they've been, talk to people they've met with. Just find out everything you can.
I can do that. What about Rufio?
Rufio,
Is that what we called him? Did we call him Rufio? Was his name Rufio?
who are you talking?
Your guy.
There's Rufio.
His name is Rufio?
Yeah.
I thought I was using a nickname we had for him.
Rufio will be flying the tempestuous lemur with me.
Well, Rufio has a bit of a rapport with some of them.
Unfortunately, he's busy. We can try and get him to engage with them when we get back, but I need him with me today.
Okay. Just keep that in mind, though. He has a rapport with them. They trust him. They fought together.
Excellent. I will keep it in mind. Thank you.
Sure thing, boss.
All right. And then I'll head to the rendezvous.
All right. They'll continue working here. Who else wants to see him?
Lofar?
Not change from the industry.
Yeah, I mean the current thing I've got is dealing with the crazy laws and new things in the book, printing that stuff, and dealing with other people in my cults.
All right. What do you want to do? Any
You
of that?
want to deal with the fascists?
Or is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I think he passed it off to Thea.
Yeah, I was gonna deal with them, but that was probably gonna be after I have an army or work with your army, I guess, or something. I
Sure,
don't know.
yeah, definitely.
I'm
we're
kind
going
of
to-
not.
I mean, most of
Here
his
right
people are
now,
not
like-
leaving, so...
Yeah, I'll go mention to the Magma King, of course, that.
Hey, God. It's
Yeah.
me, Magma King, your chosen apostle.
Hi.
Definitely happened.
Totally.
I'm 100% chosen by you.
So I've been going through the.
Oh, wait. So you meet him.
Yes.
So you go to his golden cathedral. There's a mountain range, the Spineback Mountains, and on top of one overlooking like a valley is a cathedral made of gold that looks kind of like a Vatican City building.
I'm reasonably sure I didn't pick that, but whatever.
There's not even any bird motifs into it. It's just like towers and like stained glass.
There's wealth in that cathedral.
What are you, Janeway? There's coffee in that nebula.
That's the joke, then. That's
Good.
the joke.
It's good. There's wealth in that castle. Is that going to be the new bit in all of our games now? That's amazing.
Janeway?
Is Janeway in it?
Her power's too great. She just breaks through
Oh
everything.
no, Peter! What did you do?
What
In
is that?
Legacy, I can play the faction that's a crashed starship. It could be
Oh,
the USS
no.
Voyager. Peter, what did you do? You ruined it.
Ah.
It's in my mind now. I can't get it out. She can be immortal.
Mnemonic plague, Devin. Mnemonic
What did
plague.
you do?
Ah.
Anyway, so hold the cathedral on a
I
cliff.
just fly. Lothar's like, whatever, that's fine.
No, I don't care.
It's aesthetics. It's no big deal.
Anyway, you fly on in. He has an honor guard there and stuff. They're wearing like pope hats and stuff, and they have like sensors and like they're martial artists, but they carry badges of office. There's
Okay.
entirely consistent explanations for why this is all there and what it all stands for, just like real Catholicism. It's not just hoarding wealth for no reason.
Oh, Devin.
Yes, I'll be going on another crusade off into the Dead Realm to create a paradise.
Oh wow! Like, what is that? It sounds impressive, but
It will mean when people. Well, it's complicated.
I got time. I'm a Magma King. I live forever.
Well, we'll have to go and kill a lot of people, take over a realm, and then we will create a realm for all of our departed worshippers to live in after they die automatically.
So like, they'll be born again in this world.
They will
If
still.
they kill themselves there, will they come back here?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go over the metaphysics on it. It gets pretty complicated.
Should they be killing themselves here now? In
No,
preparation?
definitely not. That's a definite no-no.
All
We haven't set it up
We
yet.
might want to workshop that when you get back, just so we know how to deliver the message, so they don't instantly start killing themselves to go to this. What'd you call it? A paradise?
Yes.
He looks out beyond the golden window, stained glass window, to the hellscape before him with no sky because the clouds have been blotted out.
Yep.
This
Because
is
he called it a paradise.
This is just between you and me right now. We're still, just on the down low. Is that what the kids say?
I've never seen a kid in my life.
I've noticed people are talking a bit differently in the city now than me. Anyway.
You can trust me. As long as I sit on this throne, I'm invoking your words and cannot lie. Or be wrong.
Well, that tracks. You are pretty much a pop.
Yeah, so don't worry. You can trust me.
Thea is going to be,
The nemesis?
yes. We...
Nemesis? What the shit?
Well, she's just the nemesis. Lothar probably doesn't know what that word means. Is going to be dealing with some of the more things in the culture.
Okay, you can't whisper at me. You have to talk to the mic.
Oh yes, sorry.
You can't fucking whisper at me.
Oh yes, she'll be dealing with a few of the more pruning some of the more troublesome aspects of the cult that went way off mission.
Sounds like an Orthodox crusade. Sounds like someone's going to be pinning your tome to the front of my cathedral.
With 42 good, terrible ideas. Yes, the
40 reasons why.
Welcome to your sermon!
Martin Luther, the BuzzFeed Protestant.
Fucking lord.
What's happening in my life?
14 reasons.
Welcome to your sermon.
Lothar Church sucks.
Welcome to your diegeses. I think that's what they called them.
She'll be working to do that, and I want to give her cooperation when it comes to pruning some of the crazier aspects of the cults.
I'll do anything you tell me to.
Oh, good. See you later. Good job.
Was that last
Continue.
Thank you, God.
Continue shepherding the flock.
Yep, we will do that.
All right. So yeah,
Oh, can you give me a sin?
a new one.
Yeah, just a new one.
Let's see. I already said slavery and cannibalism are all already known.
Wait, what was that last
Suicide.
Cannibalism is a
one?
definite.
Yeah, we got that one. Yeah, we got that nailed down, Pat.
Uh,
Off the top of your head, just riffing.
sure. Let's make sure that those blood things.
Blood things?
Oh,
Vampires? Vampires are a sin?
No. That's a terrible.
Blood
idea.
transfusions are a
That's
sin.
just a terrible idea.
Drinking the blood of an animal that hasn't been consecrated is a sin.
Oh man.
Just throw it at me. Just throw one at me. I'll finish your sentence. We're on the same wavelength.
We
Don't
are.
cook baby goat in its mother's milk.
Oh, under no circumstance should you sleep with a gremlin. That's definitely.
Gremlins. Got it. Gremlins are a sin. Don't sleep with them.
Are the goblins? What are those things called?
Goblins.
I only
Now
need the
there's
first.
gremlins.
I only need the first one, God. I got it.
Don't intentionally increase the reproduction rate of goblins. That's a terrible idea. So don't do
It
it.
seems a little wordy.
It's very specific.
Well, this is you're
What
in charge.
about usury?
Is that a bad thing?
I mean, I've been
Few
talking
gods-
to some of the women of the machine, and they say that it's a way for people who don't ever produce anything to keep all the wealth and hoard it from the free independent spirits and dream makers.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go over that with a few of run that over a few people. So, but we'll get back on that. Sounds like a good one to add when I get back. But we got to do some pruning of some of the stuff that's come up first.
All right, how about murder?
See,
Who are we
the
murdering?
thing is, it's kind of hard to define that one, and I do a lot of killing. I mean, I kill
It's
a
not
lot
really a
of
crime
people.
when you do it, though. It's not a sin when you do it. What? Where would you go? You can't commit sins. Sins are you being disproven other people.
Yeah, I'm still a little iffy on the whole. When is it supposed to kill people? I
Honoring
definitely
thy
frown
parents.
on murder. Definitely frown on it. But I guess we could just sort of leave it vague intentionally, and then just sort of, And
walk it back when we need to.
Yeah.
Like murder during a holy war. That's okay, right?
I'm not really a big fan of holy wars, but it's.
I mean, with what we're gonna do to these people with the nemesis, that's gonna probably, that's.
Yeah, if you.
They're not gonna call that a scuffle. If
you can do the conversion thing and teach them your other ways, but I don't know, it doesn't seem to work very well from what I understand.
Okay, what about not burying your dead?
I actually
what
kind
about
of like that one. Yeah, definitely don't idolize the
Sky Burial.
Sky Burial burning's okay, but definitely not building giant tombs and sort of thing. Not really into that.
We definitely will not build giant edifices to the dead to be revered.
Yeah, that's probably.
He says from his throne, encrusted with seashells and diamonds.
Well, he's not dead, is he?
He'll never die. He's immortal.
So
yeah, that seems like a good one. I'll work on some other stuff. I just sort of.
I just need the one guy.
Yeah. One. Oh yeah, I thought we agreed we were going to go on.
Yeah, don't fuck gremlins. I got that.
Don't screw that down. And go with murder for now. And if it gets ridiculous, I'll fix it when I get back.
I'm cutting your hair.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, but it can be a sale.
No, I'd really rather not.
I'm just throwing things at the wall, seeing what sticks.
Anyway, so that's the main
don't
reason
fuck
I came out.
gremlins.
That's. I think we can all agree on that.
All right. He'll add that one in. He'll incorporate that into sermons.
Yeah. And I just sort of try and also. Oh, I should probably mention it. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll work.
He won't get ridiculous.
It'll work out.
I won't have to go on a vengeful crusade and like pick up the temple when I get back and
fucking yeet it. Zazel. Just looking, just like, no, give it back. There's wealth in that. Fucking Christ.
I'll just give you the personal. Honestly, if it comes to that bad, what it'll probably do is it'll just say to the Matael, hey, would you mind raiding a daring pirate raid, going on a daring pirate raid and stealing a cathedral?
I thought you'd never ask.
Because that's such an insane thing to ask of me. All right. Who wants to go next?
I'm fine without.
You're fine next?
I'm fine without. I'm just waiting for the
Paradise
thing. That's what
you don't want to do
focused on.
anything with your flock, your cult, your Smurfs, Pikmin. They're still at war.
That's fine.
Just don't fucking care. They're still out there, man. They're doing their shit.
I'll fix them later.
What about your dad?
I think that will be a whole thing on its own, so maybe next session.
Alright. Integrating to Dericho, your cherubs.
That seems to be doing fine.
Trade routes. Sources of wealth.
I don't need more sources of wealth. I produce wealth.
I'm a job maker.
I earned it.
You earned your life.
Yeah.
Alright, Thea.
No.
What do you want to do? What are you up to? What do you want?
I'm going to be dealing with his problem of dickhead cultists. But
Alright. How do you want to deal with dickhead cultists?
I would like to take his army and get them to kill the dickhead cultists.
Not gonna whip up a murder plague or a faith plague?
Shit! I keep forgetting I'm a health god. God damn. I use the other two so much more often.
God damn you.
Yeah, actually. That's such a better idea. And plus then I'm doing it.
I am murdering people.
What? Yeah, I'll just make a plague to fucking kill them. Do we know where they are?
The world?
Can I...
Kill 6
Can
billion
I
fascists.
offer, assuming you're talking a lot about this, one thing most of the worshippers have in common is they're all did drink of the blood passed through me to the great masters to them in order to learn the techniques of the true strife.
Fucking what?
Okay.
Oh,
Thea.
yeah, I guess it's sort of history.
Are you vampires now?
No. There was just a bit of there was a bit of magic involved. It had to involve technology and living blood and stuff like that. That's what to get the machine to work with it. It was the only way to do it.
Weird. Isn't that cannibalism?
No, it doesn't.
You
count.
said that when it happened.
Yeah,
too.
we-
it was a whole thing.
Is time going strange again?
I don't remember this at all.
Oh, I totally remember this.
Yeah.
It was, you were so upset that Lothar was being absolutely hypocritical.
I don't remember it at all, but okay. But didn't also worshippers that you like drink of that blood?
No, but that would be a good tracking thing because all of them have aspects to the blood, and you are of health and such.
Oh yes.
And you might be able to isolate any of the.
I'm just saying, if I make a plague to wipe them out, I
No,
have to have a
don't- yeah.
specific thing about them that I would be wiping out. So we don't want to make it that, otherwise all your worshippers are going to die.
Yeah, I really wouldn't like that. That would be bad.
Oh, also they're very strong. But I'm.
If you could cut them off from my holy power, that would be another one. That would be another way of
Can't
doing
you
it.
smite them? Aren't they your worshippers?
They're supposed to have set something up so that it would be
I've
bad.
forgotten about that.
So
I
like,
don't
what?
know if that's true or not.
They'll blow everyone up.
Oh wait, I've already investigated this.
Didn't you? Did you?
Yeah, or like I'm going to do it after you leave, I guess. So I haven't
Yeah.
done it yet. So they've set something up so you can't just kill them.
Yeah, that was what they were saying. I don't know if
Circling back, you don't have to
I
explain it
don't.
again.
The
I
last time,
remember this
the
now.
last time a doomsday weapon went off, it was all kinds of bad and headaches and.
Yeah, it was like if you kill them, other people you care about are going to die because they have like bomb collars or some shit.
And also, I just think it would be a good idea for the church to realize that going too hard and certain strategies and being absolutely convinced of this one thing is totally forgetting huge aspects. I think that I've noticed that seems to be a really common thing with all of our followers.
Mortals have small minds. They have a hard time grasping the delicacies like we would.
Nah, they're really a bunch of savages, God.
Candy spiders, I'm assuming.
Bears.
Candy
right.
bears.
Those
I
little
forgot about
bears.
the mini bears.
Oh yeah, I love these things.
That'd be so horrifying for a bear to watch. It's like
Papa.
handfuls of their like little tiny of them, just like
Oh my God.
Hang on. Are bears sentient?
Our bear's kosher.
300 pages long.
Well, it depends on the bear, but those aren't. Right? They're not.
Not anymore.
It's just like, well, if you were a betting god, then you just kind of bends the whole Pringles.
I
hand.
think
I told
these
you
are-
not to eat sentient things.
You never said that once.
Or like don't eat like things with souls.
They're psychological zombies, God.
Hmm?
They act, respond, and to all exterior appearances seem to be completely cognizant, sentient, and have an entire life, feelings, and emotional drive. On the inside, under the hood, nothing's there.
Do they have souls?
No, they're bears.
Okay, if they don't have souls, that's fine. You can eat goblins too. They don't have souls. That's fine. But, you know, don't eat.
Acer's not even there anymore. It's a mirror image.
Don't fucking hang up on me.
No, I'm still here. I'm still here.
I'm gonna fucking give him really bad diarrhea.
Oh.
Smite the Apostate can do that. So
Oh. They're on the menu! They're on the menu! He's running through the streets with the other Acer's are.
Okay, yeah, I'll deal with your guys.
You're gonna make a hate plague?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Hate plague comes from Transformers.
I don't know how to isolate it to his people, like the people that I want to die.
Create a plague
Mhm.
that infects the entire world and makes them want to murder those guys. And when they've murdered them all, people will build up an immunity to it.
But
Your Thea mind tells you this.
but his people are super strong, so then a bunch of people that can't actually handle it are gonna try to kill them and die.
Yeah, but
But then
they're
they're
not
pretty-
stronger than everyone.
Yeah, but in that case, why don't I just get his strong followers to come and kill them?
Because then it self-corrects. If you act like a dickhead, the entire world will rise up and murder you. It teaches them a valuable lesson you already learned.
The
If you
Mad
act like a
Titan.
dickhead, everyone's going to turn against you and be a jackass.
This is the other reason Lothar's not doing the killing.
I don't like that. I don't like that plan.
Super awesome.
That's such
okay,
a
sure.
plan.
Well,
Create a plague.
Also, plagues mutate. What if it mutates into like everyone just always wants to kill Lothar?
You're the fucking god
It's
of
a
hell.
magic plague.
Stop it.
Yes.
Jesus H. Christ. You're the god of hell.
You'll be sticking around. You can keep a hand on the till.
Just give it to him. X style.
and maybe you're already going to find out that it was a bluff anyway. So
Yeah.
sick the heroes on them.
I'd rather be an actual plague that kills them.
It could be an actual plague that kills them. But they'll just be killed by, endless amounts of fists punching them in the face till they die. The fucking fist plague.
Yeah, alright. It's also neat because that means I'm basically mind controlling everyone.
They're just gonna get the sniffles, and when they see a guy, they'll all start howling to the moon and run at them and just start piling on. Imagine that from their perspective. It's like, we have subjugated you with our strength because strength is the ultimate authority through which and then like 1,000 people start bum rushing them and not listening, just punching and kicking and biting. At the very least, they're gonna have to talk to people via proxies. Proxies who will turn on them. Just saying.
Or you can make them hit each other too.
I'm assuming they're so swole that they'll be immune to it. They'll be too yoked for it to affect them.
It's not the proper use of that word.
Jotun.
Jotunheim?
That's...
Oh my god, Jotunheim is the land of the giants.
Yes.
You're giants. You're too yoked. Yeet, yoke, throwing, hurling.
Jotunheim.
The language is beautiful. Alright, so hate plague.
Sure.
Now it also accepted a plague that causes them to turn into spiders.
I would prefer that. That's amazing.
See, now I'm just imagining them walking around with like hand wraps on their spider legs and punching people to death with 8 limbs.
Well, no. I would assume they'd lose their sentience or whatever. It's basically killing them. It's just now there's a bunch of spiders too.
You have spiders made of the fascists.
Or actually, no. I was actually thinking before, fucking mushrooms. I want mushrooms to grow out of their eyes and stuff when they die to make it super horrifying, so people never want to do this again.
Alright, trauma plague.
Yeah.
Scar you for life, the plague.
Don't cross Lothar, and also especially Thea.
Alright. How many of your people in Apostate? Do you remember?
I literally don't
A
think it was
small
even
faction.
mentioned.
A small faction, so less than 100,000?
I don't know.
Probably.
Well, probably that's like a size 3 problem. So
Well, that would mean that Thea could whip up one really easy with Dominion. It'd be all like, boop, scope 1, probability 2, you're fucking dead.
We resist.
Or like, I don't know, make it an impossible and a super one and be like, give me your fucking wishing engine. Goat's like, I don't want, and she just starts hitting you, just takes it. And you're all like, shaka, it's no longer impossible, it's merely improbable. Like a Rubik's Cube or something, or like a Yahtzee set. You just roll in the box like cha.
The blasphemous codex.
You want to do that? Make it an impossibly horrific plague to kill them in the worst ways possible.
I mean,
Princes of the Universe,
sure,
that's
if I'm
plague.
gonna do that, it'd
Alright.
be nice to...
Right. We'll come back to that. The anti-fascism plague. They just spontaneously grow bullet holes in their head and drop over dead. And I am just saying very charged things this episode.
thin anti-fluenza, antifa. We can just come up with a portmanteau of that.
Mull it over. You'll come up with something.
Yeah, we'll mull it over.
The Thea plague.
All right. So, we're all able to come back to you going to the God Walker that Mattiel owns. The Tempestuous Lemur.
I like it. I like that name.
You never go on it.
I can't say that word, but I like it.
Tempestuous lemur.
Whether it were so easy. Whether it were too simple.
Were that it were so simple.
Whether it were so simple.
Were the toilets so simple?
Were that a twerk?
So, Kyla, describe your lemur.
I described it last session.
Did you?
It happened last
Yeah.
session. You were there.
I don't remember anything.
As soon as the session ends, Peter's like taps his forehead. The disc player comes out.
I mean, that's why you
This
have
is
notes.
garbage. I don't love this.
The game is complete.
Reciteer style.
We're on it. We're heading through the night road.
And you guys wiped out the night road of all life, right? You just fucking gave it to them.
I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
From the time of
We definitely pacified it because we did that so that Thea could come with us, and then she decided she didn't want to anyways.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I never said I would come.
I know.
I basically only said I would come if you made it like a hyperbolic chamber where like I can't like it's just like a tube from this
It's
world.
fine. We can go on our own.
It's fine. Also, it's
Should
good.
the-
You wanted to pacify the road anyways. I mean, come on.
A lot of people died as a gift for you.
Well, that's a very nice gift. I hope you kept the receipt.
We're having problems with the blood fountain. What's the problem? It used to be water! Good times. Good times.
Let me get them.
Oh, for Hiffel's sake.
Okay, you guys shoot through the night road. It is devoid of all life because you sterilized it. And put things in to kill things from coming in. And then you're in Thom, the Magic Kingdom. Don't call it that. For legal reasons.
It's a land of imagination.
A world of pure imagination. So, yeah, Mega Man style. Fucking pick your battle.
Which area do you want to start with?
Why don't we start with the people that know the outcome, so we'll go and ask them, how will we pacify you, or how will we convince you to join our cause, and then they'll answer, and...
That's...
What?
How will we pacify you?
Maybe
They're
we
like,
should leave them for... Perhaps we should leave them for last and deal with more
I mean, if they
tangible
join
challenges.
us, then we'll have a nice, script to go on. That worked out last time.
Sure, we can deal with them first because I have a feeling it is going to be terrible.
How bad can it be?
Pick another one. You fucking had 8 options and you chose poorly, asshole. Pick another goddamn one.
What about conjuration?
Sure, let's go to this area.
Alright. Okay, let me pause while I bring them up. Okay, we're back. So, again, because the whole world is just a fucking big mountain in the middle, and each, cross-section of the world is a different magic type, like a pizza slice all going to the mountain, you decide to pick the conjuration one.
Yep. We go
Alright,
to
I
scary.
have to keep reminding you, this world is a smoking, burning room.
Okay.
Alright. So yeah, you take the lemur in, and the first thing you notice is that the ground is writhing.
Like, the ground itself is writhing, or the ground is covered in something that writhes?
Second one,
Is it insects?
yes, but also not entirely.
Is it edible?
Yeah, well, I mean, for you guys, yeah. It's not saying much though. Gonna get in closer, get a better look at it.
Gonna dance it down.
Do we need to get a better look at it, or do we want to keep going and find some people? I mean, I'm not overcome with any sort of compulsion.
What if these are people? It's a broken world. Sometimes things melt down.
Why don't you go talk to them, and I'll watch from up here.
Sure. Azazel jump.
Okay, Azazel, you're on the ground.
try not to stick your dick in it.
He does it first.
That's how you get kicked out of festivals.
Boss. God damn it. Alright, Azazel, you're on the ground. The ground is like blasted cragland. There's pockmarks and holes everywhere. Looks like this place took a beating. Alright? The ground is coated with millions and millions of woodland critters.
Neat.
bunnies, like I don't know, fucking stags are everywhere. Bees, fucking moths, snakes, woodland critters.
Neat.
Oh, that's much better than riding insects.
Ooh, bunnies.
Yeah, if you do you kill any of them?
I mean, I tossed one out the lemur, so maybe it dies.
All right,
No, we catch it.
all right. Well, it's a brown bunny.
Oh, that's adorable.
I guess you guys have never seen shit like this before because the Epistle has weird biology.
Yeah.
Like these are just standard D&D fantasy animals.
It's a standard Earth animal.
Exactly.
Just
The Epistle's weird as shit.
Just avoid cats. They may end up killing Acerin somehow.
Oh, I know. Acer's like, oh, whoa.
So will this trigger 1 million attacks of opportunity?
No, you're smart enough to know that.
What strange new animal is this? I'm going to name you Loppelfinger.
Loppelbringer?
Loppelfinger. That's the name of this species now.
Acer doesn't say anything. He just drinks.
Hell, buddies, where are the humans?
They're fucking woodland critters. They don't do dick.
Well, I guess I dodged through them.
Any birds around?
Oh, yeah, millions of them. Millions and millions and millions and millions of woodland critter birds.
Okay.
Doves, ravens, eagles, hawks. Pretty much those four.
Good.
Bats.
Of course. Yeah, Lothar will go and talk to the flock, some of these birds, and ask them what's going on, and if there's anything particularly scary around, and if there's any congregations of humans or other advanced creatures.
Okay, they cycle through the same, 7 phrases. Do you want to hear them?
Sure.
I'm waiting to make my attack. Just wait, then we'll strike. Currently, I'm scouting. I don't see anything suspicious yet. I'm waiting for the perfect opportunity. Just generally stuff like that over and over. All of them at once.
Okay. Yeah, Lothar is gonna head back very quickly and look. He looks a little concerned. This may be some sort of hive mind.
Okay.
Or
why do you say that?
The birds are unimaginably.
I'll cover the ears of my Loppelfinger.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to kill them all.
They
Let us sort it out.
At the
Show
very,
Pikachu face on the bunny.
they all seem to be thinking very, very focused thoughts. Usually when I talk to a bird, I can get a pretty straight answer out of it. I mean, I can. I'm the god of birds. But these ones are all seem to be kind of giving that sound like military commands. Like, I am looking for something. I am scouting.
Okay.
Including birds that don't normally do that.
I'm going to throw something at you. Because we all listened to the lecture from Acerin on the way over here about the 8 schools of magic. Is it possible that these are all conjured animals that are part of a trap?
Yes, but please do not throw something at me. I mean, I would withstand it, of course, but
I wasn't going to throw anything at you. I was just
said
saying
you would.
What?
I was saying that this is a trap.
Oh,
What? I don't even. How'd you get there? What?
he said he was going to throw something at me.
Oh!
Oh.
Nothing goes over my head.
Wow, fuck, I did not even.
I just forgot that entire movie. I watched it. It's done. I didn't take any lessons from it. You just watch a movie and forget about it.
Well, I wasn't going to throw anything at you before.
Yes, that would make sense. I will refrain from...
Hey, Azazel!
Yes.
Someone on the ship said that you're too much of a loser to bite that rabbit's head off down there in front of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said you suck.
Whoa! Who's saying
full
this?
of them.
No, Azazel, don't!
The lumber fingers!
You grab any animal. You don't know what the fuck a rabbit is. Caserin's drunk.
I don't know, if you just grab a large enough scoop, then you eventually have rabbit. So this big chubby bunny.
His armfuls of animals.
You start eating them.
Yep.
Okay, when you bite on in,
I cover the eyes.
shocked Pikachu face. They make a popping sound like a soap bubble and vanish.
Oh. They're made of soap.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds useful.
You could sure use that.
Wash my
He
mouth
doesn't
with
use
soap.
soap. Aetherin uses magic to clean himself.
I know, I wasn't
Like, if
saying
he gets
she banished
dirty-
him away.
Yes, I was leading up to it.
Yes.
If he gets dirty or blood on him or his clothes are ripped or he has to take a shit, he just uses magic to banish it away.
He just teleports himself and everything, stuff behind
Yeah, he teleports away and all the skin cells on top of him and dirt fall. It makes an Aetherin pattern on the ground. That's what happened to Obi-Wan. He was real dirty.
So what, a naked old man is running around Death Star now?
No, he teleported back to Tatooine
Ah,
to fight Darth Maul.
that's neat.
They put the CGI goo on his face to make him look young. That's why he looks like Ewan McGregor and not Alex Guinness. They smeared it all over him. Anyway, that happens. Maybe not all the things we said happens, but the part where Zazel bites into them and they pop happened.
They're not very nourishing.
They're conjurations.
Curses.
Lothar gives a shrug.
Well, now I'm hungry.
Hey, Zazel, that tree looks nourishing. Watch this, guys. I'm gonna give you the fucking tree.
You know,
Chomp,
Acer,
chomp,
Faye is not here to watch out for you. And I don't know if your soul is going to make it all the way back.
Nah. Ah. He bites his jaw. Cyanide. I'm still alive. Oh. Those capsules are real old. Hey, does cyanide burn this much usually? Oh, his face is melting.
Oh no!
I'll work through it. Do you bite a tree?
Yep.
Pops.
Aw. Bite the ground.
Yeah, a chunk of it pops.
Aw.
So these are obviously fake. And I'll pet the bunny a bit. But maybe if we believe in them and love them, they become real.
You should have shot them to
I
death.
absolutely adore how much you've fallen in love with Bunny.
That sounds about right.
Once you name it.
Do you want me to do something about that?
It's fine. It'll work itself out.
Okay. I can do it.
Zazel, get back on board.
Yes, Mom.
It's not a word.
Rufio, take us deeper in.
Like, any gestures,
Girl.
the ship crashing directly into the ground.
I don't think Rufio would do that. He's not stupid.
He's just, he saw him bite the ground. He's like, are we talking about we're going to get to the heart of the problem?
No, take us
How many
further towards the center of this wedge.
Right now you're in the tiny tip of the wedge that touches the mountains. You guys are
Yeah.
going to go into the deeper lands.
How many guns does the ship have? Can you fire them at the ground, maybe? See how much it pops? Does the whole thing pop? Is it just an all-illusion? Does it not exist?
No, Illusion's a different school of magic, so pay attention to the lecture like Adiel did.
I'm sorry, I was too drunk.
Well, so was I, but I still did a lecture, apparently.
So fire at the ground?
Sure, we'll fire a cannon at the ground.
Jesus. Alright, blows a big hole in the ground that just vanishes.
I guess we'll have to start popping.
The hole vanishes or the ground vanishes?
Both.
We have barely explored this area. We should probably just keep going for a bit.
Yeah.
Alright, further in, the millions and millions and millions of woodland critters eventually gives way to forest. The forest is full of things. Like, there's, deers, stags, packed up against each other, along with, bears and shit. Like 1,000 bears all, hanging out next to each other, kind of looking around, doing, bear animations, cycling through idle animations in a video game.
So someone left this thing running and it kept spawning animals and...
Yeah, it's not great. It's like in Skyrim where you drop 10,000 cheeses out of your inventory. It just goes.
So we need to clear the buffer.
Anyway, you keep going. Eventually, you find fully constructed towns that look absolutely alien to you because they look like standard fantasy medieval towns, and they are packed they're walled cities on castles. They look like D&D medieval things, like Gygax would make, where it's like this was a keep, and then the keep had a wall around, and there's farmland inside, and this is a chainmail war game, all that kind of shit. And they're just packed to the fucking brim with people. like elbow to elbow, and horses and chickens and like medieval stuff from the medieval fucking random encounters table. Like
Shall we go visit these places?
You can clearly see bandits and stuff, like overflowing camps with like bandit dogs and stuff. The castle is overflowing with thousands of kings, all identical.
Press B to jump.
What we need is a way to cut through the chaff.
You mean punch it?
I'm worried
for the
that
sun domain.
there is potentially, well, I mean, there must be someone or something that is actually here. And if we just go around blasting everything to disperse what's not real, it might be interpreted as hostile.
Yeah. We're gonna fly into the country and shoot it.
That's my
hostile.
point. So maybe we want to stay away from that.
Well, just a fire. We're not responsible for fire ravaging the countryside. It's a beast on its own. Ooh, what if we drop some goblins?
What do you mean, grab some goblins?
Just drop them and then they'll sort through everything.
But they'll all... I'm not here.
Yeah.
I don't think we brought any goblins with us.
Pretty sure that didn't happen.
I mean,
It's a tall pirate wearing a cloak.
If these are artificial constructs, can your god powers of artifice do anything to them?
I mean, they're not really artificial, they're more like conjured. So I guess my fertility powers might be able to distinguish things that are actually alive from things that aren't.
They're all alive.
Ah.
Get fucked.
Eh.
There's stuff that isn't alive. Like there's a cemetery over there that's like, standard medieval cemetery size, and it's just piled full of bones. Like there is a football field cube of bones that are all writhing around on each other with like shields and spears and stuff.
Aceryn, can you counterspell any of this?
Yeah.
So you made this wand, and one of them pops, and then like, oh, we need like a million Acer to do counter spells here. That's just one giant spell.
Let's keep traveling till we find someone who's not stuck on an idle animation.
I mean, I could cast Aceryn's Disjunction at it. It'll permanently strip away the spell.
Sure.
Fair point, though. It'll also disenchant any of the loot that's there. That's why I usually don't cast it in the middle of an adventure.
Let's not do that then.
Yeah, right? Like, we want the loot.
Okay, true pirate.
You fly deeper in.
Yeah.
Yep.
There are more kingdoms. They're a little different, but not by much, and just overflowing with, other people. Eventually, the kingdoms give way to a big, giant stone wall that covers like the entire center of the continent and crisscrosses it, like of this wedge, and has a big gate that's made of like old, magic iron and stuff. And it's just there's just people pouring over it constantly.
Eventually, there's castles stuck on top of castles.
If you go fly over the gate, and again, you guys are dodging flocks of thousands of flying things. It's a Mordor-looking area with volcanoes and rings of smoke around it, and there's camps everywhere, and they're full of you can see 20 big giants, which you've never seen before, just all hanging out together in one area, or there's a flock of dragons nearby, which you've never seen before. Again, D&D monsters, until eventually it ends at the end of the island, where there is a beach, a big cliff face, and on it is a singular, giant, evil-looking tower. It looks like it's kind of made in mimicry of the one at the center, and it has a bunch of magic voodoo going on that looks important, and it's just spilling out Balrogs and Hellcats and angels and anything from the 9th level summoning table. Which is what's going on here.
That's probably where we need to go.
Yeah.
I guess we head towards it.
Point of warning, the things here at the end of the level are dangerous.
It's that or we go visit the castles, I believe.
I don't think there's anything going on in the castles.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's all emanating from one focal point, let's go there and see maybe there's a switch we can turn off or something.
I mean, it seems to be packed to the brim with those conjurations.
Is there a way to scan given that you have Arthas, to scan for artifacts?
That whole tower. Just like the one in the middle, this one's a super artifact.
Oh. Well, that whole thing is like that, so we'll have to figure out where its control is, what's going wrong there, maybe repair it, or wait for another mithril golems to attack us.
Oh boy, more mithril!
All at once.
Well, either way, it sounds like we have to go in.
Yep. From the top, I guess.
Rufio turns from the piling area. Have you tried talking to any of them?
Well, we just tried talking to the birds.
I mean...
Pet the bird.
There's no easy way to say that, but maybe try talking to some of the people?
There's a reason you're a captain. Alright, let's go talk to some of the people.
Alright, there are wizard towers, there are black fortresses of doom, there are kingdoms, there's also... Any D&D staple place is here. So, using your knowledge of fantasy tropes, pick a place with people.
Thieves Guild.
Like a thieves' hideout in the
Music from
mountains.
a cryptic old man.
Let's fight the pirates.
Well, that's why I was going with Thieves Guild.
Okay.
So like a thieves' hideout in the woods somewhere, or like the guild in a town.
Guild in the town.
All right, there's a capital city. Let me pause for a second. There we go. So you land the lemur in the middle of town, outside of town, hovering over.
No, we don't land it. We just jump down.
Okay, a few thousand doves crash into it and pop.
Okay.
They're not breaking that armor. Okay, city is packed to the brim with people, just kind of ambling their way through.
Should we go to the Thieves Guild, or I guess we could just talk to anyone, really?
Yeah, it seems... Might as well.
Pick a fantasy trope type character.
Got
all here.
Might as well stick with the plan.
Sure. I'll perch my bunny on my shoulder, and then throw open the door and swagger in.
Okay, so you're able to instinctively kind of find that there's like a back alley warehouse place, and like there's crooks and like criminal and like hobos there, but they're all like piled on top of each other, all with their baking cups and like their knives. And you kind of just open that door, and this place is full to the brim with people. About 700, what's the word I'm looking for? Bouncers. At the same time, all turn, like some of them are on their sides and stuff, and start going, "Oi there, you don't have any business here, governor."
My business is where it takes me.
You can't see it, but there's like an intimidation roll going on in their head. And again, all simultaneously at the same time, "Whoa, we don't want no trouble from adventurers in these lands. Not worth my pay." And they all kind of like shuffle away a bit.
This is a little disconcerting.
I'm
Is
sure
this where Acerin comes from?
It seems like his kind of people.
I'm sure if we're future people, it will make perfect sense. We'll be able to game the system easily.
Yeah.
We've only had sort of display of what's going on. It's a wheels.
Like 60 orphans that all look identical try to go like, "Arms for the poor, Gov." They're all going to try to pick your pockets. They can't, because you're a god. And this isn't stupid.
Sure, have my heart's desire. Everyone wishes to explode.
Drop the wish engine.
Does it seem odd to any of you that there are so many of each of you?
Everyone's saying something different at the same time now. You got like 2,000 people talking now.
That's a pleasant change.
Yeah, they're all saying variations in like 15 different lines.
I'm gonna point at one and say, "You. Only you talk."
Okay, who are they? Standard fantasy trope character. Who are they?
Thieves Guild, huh? They are a bard.
Okay. Blonde, pretty half-elven guy with stubble, wearing bard outfit with a lyre. What can I do you for, stranger? Do you hear tale of the Dragon Roof's mountains and the treasure within? Perhaps we shall go adventuring for the Rod of 7 Parts.
I would like to hear about this treasure.
Okay, he's going to launch into a detailed adventurer hook from a bad D&D module. Spoiler alert, all D&D modules are bad. About how you can go to the Dragon Roost treasure and get the treasure within.
Where is this Dragon Roost?
He has a detailed map.
And the quest log updates. Didn't even know you had one.
I feel like this treasure is just gonna pop.
Probably.
Are there any real people here?
Yeah, just a torrent of voices yelling at me.
No, still only this guy talking.
Well, we're as real as anything, Governor. This is the Thieves Guild. It doesn't get much realer.
We're as real as anything is something a fake thing would say.
The only fakes I know are Marge's counterfeits. You can always go to her to counterfeit items that you need for later in your adventure.
What's your earliest memory?
He explodes.
Devin didn't have an answer, so...
You can't void comp them. Another one walks in. Why, it was me and my ma filching pocket money out from the gutters.
I like... Acerin?
Yeah, this is Acerin on the comm.
Oh, could you send me that link to that file on the GM's guide?
What edition?
What edition would it look like?
I don't know, an early one.
An early one? Whatever. Yeah, I'll just give you a link. Yeah, okay, here. It's on the way.
Which one had the... What was this quest? The Scepter...
I found it. Here it is.
Rod of
Just
My
Seven.
just all talking at him.
My early chart 7AB in the
Quest of
Thieves
Dragon Mountain.
Handbook says, my earliest memories was of my mother it repeats verbatim the line.
Okay. What can you tell me about that tower that's spouting all of the evil things?
Why, that's the Archmages Tower, Gov. You don't want to be going there until you have sufficient experience to conquer that challenge.
Can we recruit an army for that? Or have some other
Are
heroes
there
in the
any,
land join us?
do you ever see any PCs around? Adventurers?
Of course. Well, no. You four have been the first adventurers we've seen in forever. I'm assuming there's another guy here with you. Like, it's not just the three of you. You took a guy with you, right?
Who would we have taken with us?
I don't know,
I guess
someone.
You got a parrot.
Acerin?
The bunny.
Hey, I thought Ace would stay on the ship because you hated him.
Well,
A pirate?
sure, a pirate.
You four are the first adventurers I've seen in an age.
Unfortunately, Brian Blessed is dead, so I can't use him.
What? You'll be sued.
I think we're still on we go to the tower.
I suppose.
Speaking to them seems very pointless.
And I mean, like, I'm fine to talk all day, but Lovelfinger's patience is wearing real thin.
Like, quick, like, zoom into like this little bunny.
It's just twitching its nose, looking around. If you want more information, you should talk to the Wizards Guild.
Yes, let's talk to the Wizard Guild. Leave and go to the biggest tower around here.
Yeah, there's a magic tower.
Yeah.
It has some like elementals in front of it who are all like, you can't come in here. They don't say it because they're elementals.
Well, let's dance past them, I guess.
I'll whip out my sword and dash my initials into their... They're made of what, rock?
Yeah, they're earth elementals.
Earth. I'll like dash my initials into their earthen chests and then sheet it before they can even blink.
Are they dead?
No, it just put my initials in there to show a dazzling, adventurous bout of swordplay.
Alright. A elven wizard. He's wearing wizard robes. He looks like he's dressed a lot like Acerin. walks on out.
This is where the Acerins come from.
Hello there, brave adventurers. He sounds just like the harpist. Lyreist. Hello there, adventurers. I've been expecting you.
Great. Will I take on that big evil tower there?
The Archmages Tower is most deadly. You must be prepared if you want to encounter such a challenge.
How do we prepare?
Are you real?
Yes, we're adventurers.
Only the real can enter the tower. Anything that is not of this world will dissipate.
So we'll dissipate?
Yeah, those are two separate statements there.
Oh my.
Could you enter the tower?
Of course not. I'm not real.
But you're of this world.
When he says real, you can hear the dialogue has a red bolt to it. Like for the word, like Nintendo does with its keywords.
What's the real world?
This is the real world.
Ask about real. Food, name, job.
Where is here? Where are we?
You are in the nation of Iscaria, the proud land of conjurers.
Yeah.
Any of your conjured servants or royal retainers made from the ether will not be able to survive in the Archmage's environment. You can only rely on your own natural wit and skill.
Doppelfinger. He won't be able to come inside.
Oh no.
I'm so glad you remember that and didn't just walk in and you pop and you'd just be like...
I'll get another right.
The Archmages have ruled this land since time began. They exist beyond the black wall and the gates. They keep us under their power. They create the monsters and call up the forces of darkness.
Wait, where are they?
Beyond the black gates in that giant evil tower. You guys are on the opposite side of that tower.
Okay.
In a D&D town. The D&D towns do not spawn in the black gate area.
Well, that's where we need to go.
Huh. Wow, I guess we learned nothing.
Pretty vital piece of information about the vast swarm of 15 hit die Baylors that's waiting for you up there.
Huh. So, what do they conjure? They can only conjure outside the tower, so if you get into the tower, they won't be able to follow us? Yeah. Okay, so we need to get into the tower fast, and then deal with the real enemy that's inside.
I can get us in.
Perfect. Let's go to the tower then.
What about,
Yes.
Never mind. Not important.
Okay then.
So we return to the lemur.
Yep.
I'm going to go to the little cockpit area that Rufio stays in.
Okay.
Put the bunny in there. Okay.
It's a rabbit. There's
You guys keep
nothing
an eye on
malicious
each
about
other.
it.
Keep an eye on each other.
Nobody suspects the bunny.
It's gonna fucking explode into 18 Demogorgons.
Should we give it like influence? Use influence to like make it real later.
That takes weeks.
It takes like, oh,
Yep.
that's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. It's not unreasonable that Lothar brought a contingent of people with him, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's fact of the day, Nicole. Alright, you're going to take your kitten, or your tempestuous lemur, you're going to fly to the Conjuration Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, it's well guarded by ancient elder dragons of every color, and Baylors, and solar angels. And fucking super griffins.
Once we unload and get inside Rufio, just take the lemur away. There's no point in fighting with this stuff.
Okay. That looks like a pretty aggressive flock.
Yeah. Like, wait till we get inside to leave.
Alright. So,
Are we fighting our way in, or do you have some sort of magic?
Well, I mean, I can open the doors. That's what I can do. I think we just fly in full tilt.
I guess. We always punch our way in through the side or something. Through the walls. Okay, what was the best plan of attack here?
Well, can you make us fly, and can we just barrel in and take what they throw out until we get inside, at which point they can't come after us?
That depends what they go after you with. We could also grab you and I can jump to the tower if we get within a mile.
Okay, so the lemur takes us within a mile. You jump us to the door. I open the door. We go in. They get what? Maybe 1-2 shots at us?
What if there are wards?
What do you mean?
What if the tower is warded?
Like what kind of wards?
An Empyrean, like the one in the major city.
Then that will suck.
It sure will.
So perhaps we should have our, if it needs to turn into a fight, we should be give instructions to our people.
Summon a million birds.
Like what? I mean, we've already told Rufio to fight until we're inside and then leave.
Okay.
So he'll fight until we're inside.
All right. Well, I may be just worried for nothing.
Oh. Okay, so we try to figure out where's some nice entrance higher up from the ground where...
Big fucking scary tower that's basically the same all over it.
You said there were big black iron doors, right?
No, those were in the wall. Those
The big Game of Thrones ripoff wall that separates Mordor from not Mordor.
The tower doesn't have doors?
No. It's Wizard Tower. Wizards
That's
just
a hiccup.
wizard in.
You could fly in, can't you?
Uh,
Walls are... You cannot stop that.
Yeah, I think it'll still work.
How do you wizard into the tower?
Well, no, I won't be able to be barred by any mundane obstacle. But if these walls aren't mundane...
Oh, they're definitely magic. This thing's a fucking divine thing.
Yeah.
And if they aren't, then I can probably fly through them.
So how do we get inside?
Hammerhand?
I'm down for that. We cover you while you smash through?
I wonder whether any of those wizards out there earlier could have had custom teleportation on us, teleport us into the tower.
I think this is intended to be a challenge. I don't think they would put a shortcut like that in.
I mean, some of those things were designed more crappily, it seems. Well, either or.
So, if we punch our way inside, won't that just end up with a bunch of angry archons, demons, and dragons attacking us afterwards?
They won't be
They
able
won't
to
be able
follow.
to come inside.
Unless we break it.
Oh, that's right, because of the...
Unless the wizard lied to us, at which point we will have a bad time.
Unless we're not real and will die.
Alright. I guess that's what we'll do then.
Alright.
So, just to recap, the plan...
The plan is to drive the lemur until we're within a mile, at which point...
I'll use Mighty Thews, grab everyone, use Mighty Thews, and jump directly in one round right to the tower.
At which point, I and Lothar fight a holding action while Azazel punches through the wall.
Alright, so you're going to try and just fucking punch your way through?
Yes.
Alright, no, that's simplicity.
I'm surprised you can't freedom your way through that.
Mundane obstacles. It only... So, magic stuff, I'm just...
It's
I'm
wicked
host.
magic, too.
Yeah.
Straight up divine. Alright. Well, okay, you fly the lemur up to the tower. It is swarming with every high-level monster you can summon with Summon Monster 9 and Gate. Because why wouldn't it? It looks like it's going to be a nightmare fight if you have to fight this stuff. So, you're there, you're in range, order of actions.
Are they mobs or are they individual creatures?
Oh, they're mobs. They're mobs. Vast mobs.
The lemur's going to start firing at the mobs. I am going to start bringing down a cloud of lightning on them.
Theoretically, what kind of damage does a lemur do to mobs?
1d10 straight.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad for sure. It's going to shred a lot of them.
And if they're aerial, it automatically hits.
Oh, they're all aerial. Everything's flying.
Ooh,
Also, you can fuck
Yeah,
them
do you
too.
want? If that's the other possibility.
That's
It's a straight fight.
I don't know if we want to burn too much of our effort on this.
Okay.
Well, I bet even if we kill all of them, we'll rest for a day, they'll just respawn, so...
Yeah.
It's a resource game.
So we're just gonna
It's
go in.
free real estate.
All right. I'll order my men to stay back and cover the ship.
Okay.
Birds.
All right, so
Cumberhands.
you're going to Mighty Thews the entire party onto the tower?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, it has like outcroppings and stuff you can stand on, so boom, there you are.
Okay.
Now what?
Hammer. Hand.
How much damage does that do?
1d10 straight. And... Let me double check what it does to structures. Because artifact, so it's good against this stuff.
Right. I'm going to double check that.
No, it just goes straight to constructs or inanimate things. So... Punch
So
it.
just 1d10 straight.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good. Yeah, this thing is resilient. It is resisting you as you hack into it. Ooh, actually, let me pause
There's
for
a sword gift that lets you. So how does?
All right, I'm back.
How does the punching go?
How much damage did you do?
11 damage.
Okay, it went from 100 hit points to 89. I actually opened up the 2nd edition rule cyclopedia for strongbolts, and a full-ass castle wall has 500 hit points. Divide that by 4.5, you get a little over 100 hit dice, which means it has 100 hit dice of defenses.
This
will take too long.
The only reason you're not absolutely fucking whamming through it is because
It's magic.
it's divinely magic. If this was a normal castle, oh my god, guys.
Do me a favor and drag me through the door. I will,
There's no door.
Whatever. Before I interrupt whatever. Wait a second. I will interrupt whoever is going first in that giant pile of nonsense. Spend a daily, and I will spend another daily.
I don't think we should be burning our effort here.
Oh man,
Too
guys are gonna
late.
get got.
To falling meteor strike, and I'm just gonna open a 10-foot hole in the tower automatically.
What does Firelink Strike? It just lets you do that, right?
Yeah, it says anything if an object is larger than that. With a moment's concentration, the Godblood smashes a non-magical object less than 10 feet in diameter. If it's larger than that, a 10-foot high, wide, and deep hole is punched into it.
Here it comes.
If the object is magically durable, I must commit an effort, which is what I'm doing. And so, yeah, and the rest is just, you can't use it to go after anything mobile. It's just restrained creatures or...
Yeah. So, this thing is magically reinforced and has 100 hit points, and he's just like, no! Immediately bypass all its hit points and punch a hole in it.
This is taking too long.
Nice.
Better than 10 turns of combat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Smash! There's a hole in the wall. They don't have to carry. You can walk. You have 2 minutes.
I keep thinking D&D ridiculous.
It's not fucking Final Fantasy or another inferior game. D&D all of it. Just coming at them fast.
We crossed the threshold.
Yeah, we go inside.
Oh, where did I click? Okay, you guys are in the tower. The monsters are firing hell balls at you. The balers are pointing at you, all 1,000 of them, and they're trying to do implosion, which means you have
nothing
to
is
make,
working inside.
you have to make 1,000 saves or be instantly crushed, no questions asked. It's just not happening. The fireballs just phase through the hole and disappear and turn to flowers. The solars are shooting instant kill arrows that they actually have. If you look at their stat block, their arrows are slaying whoever they target, and they're just vanishing as they go through the threshold.
Damn the solars.
It's a type of angel. They have a bow, and the solar itself, whatever they shoot at with the bow, the arrow instantly is anointed as an arrow of slaying that person you aimed at.
How neat.
So they take a shit ton of damage, and then they have to make a bunch of saves or instantaneously die. That doesn't happen to you guys.
See, it worked out great.
It's a tower that has that kind of donut ring design to it, where each level's a donut ring, and there's a hole in the middle that's like a big pulsing hole of warp engine power.
Cool.
And there's like staircases and stuff. It's a whole fucking tower. Skeletons everywhere. Like not D&D skeletons.
Dead
People
dead
skeletons.
Oh. Well, if only we had a marquee here.
Marcus.
Well, I guess we try to suss out what's going on here. Did everyone die for some unexplicable reason?
They have a lot of magic cancer. You can tell because their bones are looking like geometric shapes.
Oh. So they can't get to them.
Who?
Great and noble deed?
No.
Yeah,
They got magic
I'm
cancer.
joking.
They have fucking swirls and runes growing out of their skeletons.
Swirls and pines. Okay.
Okay.
Investigate.
Is it just like one room, or are there stairs, doors?
Thousands of floors.
Well, I guess we're taking the steps. Ah.
Where are you guys going? Up or down? You're in the middle of the tower.
Up, I think.
Usually it's on the top. That's where the golems live. We fly up the donut.
Alright. Yeah, there's a whole super fortress in here. Like, there's schematics for divine apparatuses, constellations, astrolabs. This place studied the heavens and the workings of reality and took advantage of it to do stuff.
That reminds me of a conversation we need to have later.
What? What did we do now?
We're gonna rob some stars.
Some celebrities?
We're gonna steal
The Declaration of Independence. Yeah, no, this place is clearly like a theurgic institute that was built towards turning this entire tower into some sort of weapon or civilization-style wonder. Like, you win in 5 turns.
the side twister.
That's right, the Sidewinder.
Well then, I guess we try to suss out if it's working, if it's broken, what does it need, how many golems are here.
It's working just fucking fine as far as you can tell. This thing is perfectly operational.
It might be a little too operational.
Dial it down from 11.
You're not even fucking there yet, Peter. Don't.
Okay.
I'll set that goddamn scene when we get there.
Okay.
But as you're going through, there are apparatuses and controls and temples and like things that let you gauge this thing. You were not inaccurate. This thing is running at 300% efficiency. For what they designed it for, it's exceeding all quotas constantly without any signs of slowing down. It has enough fuel to last a few millennia.
That might be explain why they died of shapes.
Shapes.
I mean, shapes is a terrible disease.
Yeah, you've seen shape disease before.
Yeah.
That's another disease Thea could make.
Shapes.
Shape disease.
You can gather together with what's her name, who
Bowsette.
Almost as bad as swordinitis.
Yeah,
Remember Swordinitis?
I liked that disease. It was a good one.
The T-plague? The T-virus?
Yes.
Fuck.
Well, it's gotten a bit weaker recently, with tea going out of business. Or crazy. I don't know.
Mr. T, not God T. But yeah, this place is just pumping out power and doing stuff.
What kind of stuff?
It was made to generate an entire kingdom.
If we dial it down, so it just conjured the creatures and work for us, we could use that army to invade the other realms. Maybe.
Maybe. Or you can rip it apart for bits.
Rip it apart for bits.
I mean, we could do that after. Once we don't need it anymore.
I want the bits now.
I mean, do we want to invade the other realms? Don't we want followers?
I could make
followers are
followers.
fine, but the
I don't care
goal
about
goal is to completely subjugate anyone who will stop it. We need to do that if we're going to create a paradise in this realm.
There can be no resistance here. So I
However,
abandon
if they
me.
agree to it, that won't matter.
Yeah.
But we should probably turn off the Baylors if we want to leave.
Or
Can you figure out how to work this thing?
oh, can I?
Alright, you guys
Built.
head to the top floor where the control temple is.
I wonder if there'll be some kind of
Are the tapestries here
Boss
on the wall?
guards the, sort of end encounter.
All right, you get up there.
Yep.
It's a big, ostentatious crystal spire wizard place. It looks like it comes with a Final Fantasy crystal room with a large control crystal in the middle spinning. Oh man, this is an opportunity to do something. One moment.
I'm kind of sick.
Total party kill.
Whoop. There we are. Big, ostentatious crystal room with a crystal the color of conjuration magic. Quick, what color is conjuration? Go, go, go.
Yellow.
Yellow. I was thinking yellow too. What were you saying, Tyler?
Blue? Guess I'm the odd man out.
Alright, it's the yellow crystal of conjuration powering this tower.
Is there tapestry on the walls?
Nope, it's all made of crystal plating.
Are the things in the crystal?
Reflections.
I don't trust those. What some magic is this?
I'll kill it. I hate me. You're like, guys, don't let your guard down around the reflection of me.
There's so many Azazels here.
Oh no. Yeah, there is a giant Pope-looking figure, like a huge humanoid skeleton with multiple arms, covered in rings and magic gear, and a Pope hat, and ensorcelled with crystal magic. It's dead on the ground, covered in shapes.
Oh, this looks like your Pope. Your Magma King.
That's me. Wrong person.
Oh,
We look
Wait.
nothing alike.
yeah, you're Magma King. Yeah.
I think it's mine.
Fucking shape disease.
I mean, eventually, maybe.
Turns out Azazel knows something you don't.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, let's pat him down, see what sort of secrets he holds.
He's full of loot.
Oh.
Like, well, 3.
Oh. Chickens clack, give him the sack.
You stuffed the entire Archmage of Conjuration in a sack.
Not no.
I have a feeling that Crimson Marquis might enjoy some of the things that can be done with these.
That name is dead to me.
What did he do to you this time?
Nothing.
Oh. I thought you had something. Against my nemesis.
You just found out Mosgard was up?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went up Monday. And he'll go up every Monday for the next 8 weeks.
Pom pom pom.
Bah, bah, bah.
Well, should you start fiddling with it?
Fine, be on the guard and I'll start fiddling.
I'll draw my swords.
Gold button
Lothar
press.
studies the mirrors carefully in bird mode for a few seconds, and then
Bird mode.
you've seen birds around here.
Just put a little sticker on his forehead and see what he notices. Or does he attack the other bird?
Yeah, everyone draw a circle on their head to show that we're the real ones, not the imposters. Not gonna lie, there is no confrontation here. You didn't try to fight an infinite Baylor army that would totally have chewed through you.
Yep.
That was it. This is OSR D&D. You avoided the combat and are rewarded with nothing interesting.
Yay, we gained no XP.
No, you gained XP because you went around the encounter.
Ah.
That's D&D design.
Yep.
Ah.
You're rewarded for not engaging with the primary mechanics of the system.
No, no, no.
Da-da-da!
Turn it down to like 100%.
Yeah, it only is on and off.
Hmm.
It's either committing to its gift or it ain't.
If I commit to it, will the army be on our side or not?
They're not really made to be on sides. They're made to kind of do one thing.
It's to guard the tower.
Parts.
Eventually, that's why they couldn't
Parts.
leave. That's why they died
Parts.
of cancer in here. They couldn't leave.
Well, I guess for now we'll just switch it off.
Okay, the country takes on a drastic change.
Ooh.
So, you know how the tower is there?
That's the only thing that's left.
Yeah, it's just a tower on top of like a rocky outcropping, and the rest of the country is a hole in the ground going straight through. Like a fucking piece missing out of your Trivial Pursuit wheel.
I guess the ocean is flooding into nothingness.
What ocean? Oh no, remember it's a cliff face, so it's being repelled back.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's smash this thing apart.
But
we'll fill this in with cheese and let people live here later.
What if it's a vital part to make this whole world works?
What if it's not?
I remember the pine tree. Remember that thing?
Shouldn't you be able to tell if it's an artificial or if it's a part of the world?
Goat.
You're fucking keyboard catting it.
Goat.
It is made from a bunch of celestial engines from this world that were, kind of melded together. But if you get rid of it, it'll just destroy conjuration magic.
From everywhere.
Well, just in Thom.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. The other nations don't use conjuration magic.
I wonder why. I don't know. I don't think we need it right now. I mean, we got so many shards from Nocturnus.
I need so many shards.
How many?
Just an endless amount.
All of them going forward.
My. Your call. Both of you.
Do you need conjuration magic in your paradise? Are you going to have a lot of people conjuring things?
I just don't know if we can use it. If keeping it around will make it easier for us to create a proper paradise or not.
Then it's unanimous. We take it apart.
Fine, we'll won't have wizards around here. Who needs those anyway? Take the crystal, I guess, and that's the shards?
But you have to gut this tower.
Fine.
We'll spend a little while gutting the tower.
Scene swipe. Alright, you gut this tower for everything it's worth. You get 20 celestial shards.
Wow.
Oh
Shit.
my, Jesus.
So, we split this 3 ways?
Whoa. My ship did all the work. Also, it has, I'm going to get into consequences.
Oh.
But, revel in your victory right now. So just tell me when you're done reveling.
Revel!
I guess we're done. It was a short-lived victory. Now the shoe's coming down.
What, Godbound? Never a Godbound.
It's a game about consequences. It's a deception, guys. And make everyone work for you. Never gonna live it down.
Okay, you're good. How do you like those 20 shards? I can make you 20 war striders.
Yeah,
Or 10.
I'm liking it.
I can make you 10.
So how many times?
I'm just putting them in the document.
I was splitting it 5 ways or 3 ways. Just kidding.
Split it one way. Just going in a war machine.
Get it in my sack.
Click and clack. It is a bit of a shame that you need at least 2 shards for war striders or godwalkers. It's like there's no way an empire can, produce them.
I actually need more than 2. Unless I'm using a word, I need one for each part.
Yeah, but I'm assuming you built them out in such a way that your words overlap.
My words cover a lot.
Yeah.
Artifice.
Yeah, he just fucking throws Azazel in there. He's like, make me a die
Yeah, that's
blade
true.
panda.
If you're working on it, then basically we just need the 2.
Thematically, Godwalkers are supposed to be that whole ultimate weapon that's made out of, celestial engines. This is what the war was reading towards. Use the ultimate powers, ultimate weapons.
I guess it's
to
just
do the
like
work
when you
for
make
us.
a cargo hauler Godwalker, it doesn't really feel like it was worth 2 shards. It's really good because Godwalkers do amazing things. It just feels like there should be a way to get around that. Maybe
make it
with a Dominion change.
Make it lesser artifacts. And so
I think
on.
also there's other things you can of course use those shards on. Like we could patch up some of the holes in reality.
Yep.
Split them 4 ways.
Besides, I want to do more things involving birds.
Kill Son
I'm
Goku.
going to split them up.
That guy's great. Alright. Well, let me just pause. Okay, so shortly after you rip down the Tower of Conjuration,
Yep.
you can feel a shuddering in the world as various things start failing that was connected to it.
Told you.
I still say it was worth it.
Just use the dead world as your base.
Okay, I don't think we should be streaming more towers for now. Till we own this place.
I mean, it's the best way to own this place. You only gotta do it 7 more times.
Well, 160 shards. That will be excessive.
Can we patch up some of the functions as we go along?
Well, we need to go on a separate journey, find the Celestial engines that were gutted, fill them up with Celestial shards, and we're down to 0. That's how things work, right? Gold, gold, gold.
Miss, things in the world fail in weird, esoteric ways.
I mean, we're just gonna pave over this whole place anyways.
We're not keeping any of this shit.
Not if it doesn't work anymore.
You wanted a blank slate.
I mean...
But there's the blank slate must have functional laws of
Yeah.
reality.
There must be a slate for it. We can't just have dust.
The big empty void.
We need to breathe, man. Some of us at least.
All right, so on to the next thing.
All right, what's the next one from the list?
Which word do we want to do? How about necromancy? That sounds lovely.
What, Romanicon?
Romanicon.
Is the bunny still there?
Oh yeah, you tuned power to it.
Sweet.
See,
Yeah.
the last piece of conjuration in this world.
Yeah. You go back to the Fierce Kitten.
The temperature.
Tempestuous
You should create some of those, more of those lopper floppers. Except they should be delicious.
Fine, let me just, bud
When we
some
get back to
buddies instead of peeking out of skin.
Just pulling themselves out of your flesh. I no longer like koala bears.
You want to go to necromancy?
I don't know. We'll have to deal with all of them, so...
We got to do it sooner or later.
Yeah. I say you have to eat the frog, just do it fast.
If you have to eat frogs, do it fast.
Stuff like that.
That's what they say.
I don't know.
Is that what you
old
said?
goat saying.
They didn't say it before, they're saying it now.
I mean, it's been said. You can't unsay it. Rip it out of a book, rip it out like a page from a book. Okay, Romanicon is a nation that is covered in old battlements. It looks like the whole place was one big castle, almost. Like battle structures, fortifications, layers upon layers of defenses. They've all been worn down by time and age and are on fire and burning. It's Dark Souls. It's a Dark Souls world. It's full of undead walking about, guarding the place, being undead. Just imagine the entirety of Dark Souls condensed into one nation. Not as cool as in Cali.
Well, this looks drab and dreary.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Plus, there's just an endless amount of undead in here. Like knights, soldiers, whole shtick.
So, should we downstalk at them? See what their shtick is? Will they bend the knee or will have to pop them?
Yeah, we can dance talk.
Matiel takes the wheel.
Okay, so are you going to go to the obvious mindless undead that are roaming the place, like the ghosts of a civilization past, or are you going to try to look out for intelligent people?
We're looking for the intelligent ones. Your vampires and mummies and whatnot.
None of that. They're all physical undead, like skeletons or zombies.
There's got to be at least one hollow.
Just find the biggest one. Those usually are the smartest.
Is there anything that looks like it might be intelligent?
Yeah, let me get to you. Let me just...
Or any bats or undead.
Alright, we're back. So, there is a large, in this entire world there's a castle. There, in the back, is a large tower that looks just like the Conjuration one. And in front of it, and built around it, is a large sort of castle citadel that has like heraldry and coat of arms on it. If you spend some time searching through this place, you'll eventually make your way there. Because it appears that there's like this place is burning, like it's on fire, like it was under siege forever ago. But there's like signs that that place has activity in it that isn't just mindless wandering.
Yep.
Head there.
Okay. So this place has been tunneled out all the way to the bottom plate of the world. They honeycombed this place full of burial catacombs and tombs and just endless amounts of graveyard. This whole place is one. And if you have sensing abilities, you can tell that from the top layer all the way down to the bottom, this place is just full of corpses. Undead, put in armor, waiting for a final war against everyone else to march on out in full force. Like millions and millions and millions of soldiers. And the main kind of silo catacomb is this tower, this fort built around the main necromancy tower. So how do you want to approach?
Again, Rufio, I think maybe it's best if you keep a little distance on this. We'll jump down, walk in. If it looks like there's a huge fracas, then by all means take the ship in, give us some backup. But barring that, just keep your distance.
It'll be my honor.
Okay. And we'll just walk in.
Yep.
Alright, he kind of gets out of range of whatever could be there. Yeah, big castle. No one really greets you when you enter. But, like, there's heraldry, there's like, finery everywhere. It's kind of burned down and a little rotted. It's very different for you guys because you're not used to medieval designs. And yeah, it seems empty, but you can tell that people live here and work here.
We'll keep moving around till we find someone.
Oh, your dance. You're in tune with vibrations. There's something vibrating, like at the back of the castle, near where the base of the tower would be.
Let's head to there.
You bitch. You eventually go to the king's the throne room, which basically leads into the Tower of Necromancy. The throne room is huge. It's like a baseball field, and everything here is commensurately bigger. Like the throne is made for someone, who's a giant, like an actual giant person. And there's someone sitting there. It is a giant humanoid skeleton covered in weathered parchment-like skin, wearing noble finery. A claymore, like the size of a building, is planted in the ground next to him. He has all sorts of arcane accoutrements on him that mark it as a wizard. Okay. I'll just take this. Around his neck is some sort of fossilized embryo that pulses with power from the amber it's in.
I will dance talk a hello.
Hello.
He just says in a normal voice.
What do you want me to do? You want me to do a scratchy evil?
No. I mean
he speaks their language.
He speaks. He doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
He's not undead. Can't talk.
No, he just says hello.
Okay.
He opens his jaw and it's not synced at lip sync. It's just voices coming out of his monster face, like dragons in most media.
We've come from far away to your realm. We're looking to establish a presence here. We're wondering if you'd be amenable to working together in the future.
You come from our sister world.
We do.
It is different where you come from. The land flows with power still.
It's also much less segmented.
Yes, I imagine so. We heard you had all perished.
No, we're very much alive. This is Lothar the Swift, Azazel the Goat-Headed, I'm Matiel, the Pirate Queen.
Some people say that Epistle did perish once, and they came back, so it could perish again, or something.
This is just great, because he has a millions and millions and millions strong undead army. We're just waiting for another war, and you're like, oh yeah, we're totally alive over there with a great world full of milk and honey.
You should please invade us.
Do you know the Marquis?
No.
Not all undead know each other, Lothar.
Christ, Lothar.
How about the people from Nocturnus?
No.
Okay.
It's been a very long time since we have heard from our sister world. We stopped trying to communicate ages ago. And the last of them were still walking. He gestures to the horizon through one of the windows.
Well, we're here.
There's no one left here.
There's you.
Oh, I'll be going out with the rest of the place. I am Romanicon the First.
place is going?
Eventually. He with his big giant hand taps the amulet on his neck. Eventually.
We were thinking of establishing a paradise here. Would it be better to do it in another star?
I don't know what that means.
I mean, you don't have to perish with this place.
We could present an alternative.
What would that be?
Hitch a ride?
Join us. Go to Epistle.
Our power can protect you through the transformation that this realm is about to undercome.
What of my subjects?
What of them?
What will happen to them?
Are they mindful creatures?
They're loyal.
We may be able to... Oh, sorry. Oh, I think we can work something out.
It is a poor king that forsakes his charges. I could not betray them, even in death.
I mean, most of my guys fly. I think that same with most of yours who are here will be doing the same.
I mean, if they have souls, they could always worship one of us, and when this becomes a paradise, they'll come back into life.
Or they
For
can...
reference, all of his undead are like mindless super undead. That have been like just.
Or they
basking
could
in
be a
the
part
native
of the
energy place
paradise.
forever.
That's not really a... I mean, I need perpetual... we could set them up as a perpetual thing to
Perpetual Defense Force?
yeah. Or just to fight, you know. With your guys coming back to life every time. Or not, whatever you want.
I think I'd like to leave this place for less quiet pastures.
That seems reasonable.
And would you take your people with you?
What is a king without his worshippers? Or what is a king without his followers?
And what would you do where you go?
We would establish a new capital for Monicon.
I mean, you have a lot of subjects here. That might be logistically problematic to get them all across.
Yet it never occurred to me that being a successful king would be a problem logistically when I first founded this land.
Let's see.
Heavy is the burden the crown weighs on one's brow.
Can you tell me a little bit about your necklace?
It is a power that I found when I first founded Romanicon. Taken by force. It's also a promise. We once had gods. And then we did not. There was one last to be made, and we stopped it. He just kind of taps at it inside the amber.
Who was it descended from?
From Thom. From the ether of magic. From the astral convalescence. Chaotic and wild and without purpose or order until we stratified and organized and categorized it into a more harmonious system. Perfect were our formulas, and from that, so the landscape too was shaped.
I mean, if you wanted to give them some land, you could always give them the hyper forest. Yes.
I'm tempted to say they can try and take over Nocturnus.
I mean, that's our place now.
Yeah, we own Nocturnus.
Yeah, that's us. You're having us. You're setting him to war on us, dickhead.
But
You just told him to go to war with us.
how about that giant hole in the middle of the world?
Go into the hole, all of you.
Well, it's a make a good natural too.
The fucking absence of any land. That's a great place to lay down your roots.
Have this land, for it is none.
It's like you really oversold the land part of this new lands and titles.
I said the area around the hole.
Just make it out of your own body. Just like scaffold it like some ants. That would be garish.
It'd also be pretty fucking metal.
Just have them just walk on through the nitro and just emerge right from Nocturnus. And they go, oh fuck. What's going on here? Endless and endless hordes of undead. Well, what have
All
we
you gotta
got?
do is give him some of the Epistle.
The Fui Island, what are the other ones on the other side? Those crystal ones from Faust.
There's the area of the mountains that blew up.
Oh, you're openly talking about all the garbage land to give him.
I mean,
Well, undead can live anywhere.
There is only garbage land.
I mean, I just want to put him somewhere where our enemies are, so they can, have their war and solve one of our problems as well.
Just looking at the map here.
Here,
Oh,
right in
okay.
front of you.
So this island here,
That's the Fu Island.
that's Fui. Okay, that would be one possibility. This one here,
That has those, what are those called? The Faust crystal people.
His
any of
first
those
mistake,
three,
second mistake?
I guess.
Second.
any of those three islands, would be,
Iconoclast, yeah.
any of those three islands would be.
Is it a problem for you if the place is a little occupied?
I don't believe it's ever been a problem for anyone else bearing my crown.
Than the iconoclasts.
Sure. You'll be able to have an island in Epistle. All yours for the taking.
All right. So you make a deal with Romanicon, the first necromancer, to move his entire empire to your place.
Yep.
That's not something we're going to have to deal with later.
I mean, he'll start on that island, but then he'll just start burrowing down and find out that there's like interconnected tunnels across the entire world.
By that point, we'll have, our place of our own, and it'll be just like, nope, Epistle out of existence. Just kidding. We'll figure something out later.
It's future use problem.
That's Crimson's problem. That's his people. Okay.
But yeah,
And
that's the deal.
Yeah, he agrees.
Okay.
And you called me the racist.
When did I call you a racist?
Well, everyone's gonna do it, but
Well, maybe else people that were racist. Like they have a pure society.
Well, that's two down.
Woo.
and
Next one.
Yeah, please don't knock over his necromancy tower before he moves all his people out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need necromancy in paradise.
Later. They're not coming
If you knock
anywhere.
down necromancy, you'll also lose healing magic.
Or say if we kill the
And by
necromancer.
healing magic, I mean naturally occurring healing.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Conjuration also had some fun consequences that we'll Snapchat later.
Maybe if we kill necromancer,
Like
maybe
the,
we'll kill all of death, and then
I
we'll
probably
be
no
punching
longer have
things.
the ability to ex nihilo create birds.
Maybe.
I was thinking more Vaser being like, hey, could someone get me... Anyway, hey, Garcon, someone get me a drink. Ah, no one's listening to me.
Oopsie doodles.
Aceryn's gonna have to go sober.
He's never been sober a day in his life. It's not happening now.
I mean, there's all the Azazel ale. You want to drink some of that?
You could create an Everfill mug.
Huh.
Where do you want to go?
What's abjuration?
It's wards, protection.
Probably full of wards. Wards with wards.
I mean, again, we have to do all of them, so.
Sure, let's go down the list. So we go to Mendicant.
So you're going to the abjuration place?
Yep.
Oh boy. Alright, yeah, you breezed through Dark Souls Town. Because you didn't choose to fight. You also didn't choose to, like, tell him, no, fuck you, you can't live on our land. Good solution,
We've
guys.
had good experience with undead people.
Yeah, pretty much. Right? You know, like, the hammer of death is upon you.
Yeah.
He's not even a lich. He's just a big fucking skeleton.
Let's see, probably he has some artifact on his neck. Don't you want to steal it?
Oh,
and
yeah,
fire
his
it?
necklace? Yeah, I want it. I want it bad.
What, you want the Photal God?
Yes.
Petrified in Divine Amber?
Yes, I do.
Eat it.
No. Fucking Adam from Evangelion here. Costs 3rd impact. You don't know Evangelion, do you, Peter?
Nope.
Oh, God. That's fine, that's fine. They probably didn't have that wherever you came from.
On the other hand, I never had to watch the end of Evangelion.
It wasn't that bad. People overblow it. Yes, even that scene. Okay. So, you're going to move over to Mendicant. It's a weird city, or a weird nation, a weird pie wedge. You can't actually see it. It's covered in white fog. White fog in a very geometrically wedged shape. Like the whole area is in a wedge full of fog.
Yeah, it's a fog of war or something. Okay.
Is it actually fog?
No, it's magic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, I guess we'll have to fly on straight into it until we hit some ground.
Do you want me? I could look in the books and see what I can find on it.
You can send the birds for scouting. That's what they do, right?
Yeah, reading's not your strong point here.
No, I actually,
Birds.
believe it or not, have Archmage hedge magic. It allows me to determine what magical, to define magical effects.
Do it.
Abjuration magic.
I just cribbed that as in. I just read all these.
There's a shit ton of abjuration magic around this country.
Okay, but the fog specifically doesn't do anything too crazy, does it?
Oh, it's all crazy.
Oh,
Just send some of those birds.
yeah. Except that we don't have any birds.
That doesn't seem real.
No, it's true.
The whole ship is covered
You're
in
fucking
birds.
lying to us.
The only the ship that covered with birds is back in the Epistle.
Didn't you put the parrot on this ship?
I did put the parrot on it, but we're not sending the parrot out.
Okay.
The 8 essence parrot that has like 4 hit points and doubles the speed of the ship. That strikes me as being really dumb.
No, the other ship's
the
covered in
ornament.
birds. Moldering in bird shit over into the dry dock.
I was gonna do that, but I figured we'd get the main voyage out of the way.
You know, before he ruins the
Before you ruin the
finish.
paint job.
Yeah. Besides, the birds will actually have trouble catching up to this thing.
They put little strings on them.
Fucking dead birds being towed behind the top. Their little hearts gave out years ago. like millions of them on little strings tied around their like little legs, just flopping in the wind, letting feathers down everywhere. Yeah, tie that string around them. You fucking bird. Oh, you fucking bird.
Oh dear.
Someone breaking off, hitting people down below.
With God as my witness.
Oh, God's here. Like, there's a fucking cloud that gets, like, kind of cut in half because you flew by too quick, and they're like, oh man, God's flew by. And then someone takes out an umbrella because, like, thousands of birds just raining down dead on them. Yeah, that's a solution we want.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
What's the problem, Devin?
Presumably you have some birds on you. Like fucking go
Yeah.
check your goddamn coat.
I can create some birds or something.
Just
You
father
have some birds on you. You're all like, yeah.
Magic.
Magic.
Dove.
All right. The birds get near the fog. All right. They're flying. As if they hit a wall. They're dead.
Well, I guess you had some birds. Can we land on top of this wedge?
Yup.
Perfect.
It's wooded.
Wooded.
I've seen this before.
Yeah.
It's a variation on Aceryn's Cage of Force.
So did one giant spell can dispel with one dispel?
Yeah, sure. There should be no consequences for that. He gets onto the ship and goes under the basement of the ship.
I don't see how else we're getting in.
Cannons?
Punch it?
Aceryn's walls of force are immune to all physical damage.
Yell at it. Call it mean things. That's emotional damage.
Was that a Dune quote?
I don't know.
Somebody said, is that a Dune quote?
Reference.
I'm like, wait, is it a Dune reference?
Yell at it, call it
The
a
movie.
movie.
For Dune?
Yeah.
The movie? Like with David Lynch? David
Yeah.
Fincher?
Whatever. The Dune one from the 80s.
It was a little dry for me. Dune.
I think
you
I've
get
seen.
Yeah.
Dune. It's about a desert. It was a little dry. Peter, did you get it? Did it translate over, Peter?
No, I guess I'll repeat a couple more times. Just fly over my head.
Peter was telling us about movies when he got them and how they would some of them used to have dubs where it was one guy dubbing the entire movie,
Oh,
narrating
Lord.
over it. It sounds bizarre. It sounds like an audiobook. Like, I'm not bashing it. It's just that is unique.
It's cheaper that way.
Yeah, I fucking bet it. I fucking bet it was cheaper that way. Hire one guy's like, here's the fucking script. We Googled it. Fucking tell them what's happening. We babble fished it because it's the 90s.
Anyway.
Alta Vista, ask Jeeves. And what are you gonna do to this goddamn wall? Not throw a bunch of birds on strings at it, right?
I think we dispel it.
Yeah. Acer, the spell.
Alright, low magic cannot penetrate it.
Huh.
It is divine theurgy.
This seems like something that is impeding our movement.
Can I miracle freedom it?
You want to be free of the obstruction?
Yes.
That seems like something freedom can do.
It's keeping us out. It's also keeping things in.
Like, what does the word of freedom even say on that? Like, it has like a blurb at the top of the word that tells you the kind of shit you can pull. It seems like it would be up its alley, but I don't actually know what freedom does. I haven't looked at it once since the module.
Encompasses the liberty of mind and body and the unshackled exertion of human will.
You can erase compulsions, break contracts, open shackles, and dissolve binding relationships. Such liberation happens without immediate negative consequences. Dissolved contracts do not count as broken deals, for example, nor do ended bonds incur spite. It is possible for a divinity of freedom to enforce this liberty even on unwilling subjects, compelling them to embrace their own choices whether they want to or not.
It's a dick move to do to a marriage.
It's dick move to do it to someone's followers. Sweet.
I was just looking for the thing. Unfortunately, it's really bad at getting the
Icho?
What are you looking for?
What are you looking for?
The word of
If
freedom.
there's any way of getting through there.
I mean, if it's a giant wall, I bet there's some prisoners in there, trapped in that world. You can always conjure a way into them.
No, Path to Freedom doesn't work on magic, so...
Yeah, you could probably miracle up a hole in this wall. It's freedom. It's stopping you from going where you want to go.
It's stopping
Do so.
Alright, you pass through. You pass through the main shield. So, I could just say that there's an infinite layer of walls of force constantly keeping you out, but I'm almost certain that the people who designed it would be like, if they get past the first one, they'll just probably find a way against the next 700. So that's not the case. But this place is hella booby-trapped. As you're going through the fog, you gotta be careful, because you will get skewered. There are rods and spikes of force permanently anchored into the air, invisible to all who can see. You'll just walk through and be like, oh, I'm dead.
The movable rod.
Well, they're not rods. It's a wall of force, but instead of making it like a wall, they made it like a fucking spike.
Rufio, go very slowly.
Just a
I
scraping
offer
sound.
I offer you the flight of the birds. So I'm going to give him a blessing as he pilots the ship.
So you can just fly away
Gives
and
him-
go on an
it gives
adventure
him,
in Neverland.
Gives him gives him 2 rolls on his basic.
I mean, if you just grab a bunch of birds, put them on little strings on the ship, and make them, feel out.
Shit. The cloud of birds.
Yeah. It's a solution for
There's
everything.
just dead birds hovering in the air, crucified on invisible spikes. Millions of them.
Perfect.
You gotta go back and get the kit, and it's the only one for the job.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, I could summon birds if we need to. I think I still can. Maybe.
Yeah, you're God. I don't care. Go for it. You're God.
Alright, so we've got some. I'll summon some birds that'll basically fly around the ship and mark out any.
So, like,
It's fucking dour here, guys.
So
I'm
kind of
gonna
somber
use
style.
bats though because they should be able to
Echolocate.
echolocate the walls of force.
Well, you want them to smear across the wall so you know where to go. It's just like an unfinished swan or scanner somber where you're like shooting things at the walls to make them visible. And just fly through.
It's like, oh, they got through. There's nothing there, and all of a sudden your ship is covered in scratches. Fucking sparks flying
flying
off.
goats.
I could summon some paint job. Just paint guns.
Why don't you just bomb it everywhere like a goddamn fountain, spraying it, go to the crow's nest, and just like unhook it so it rotates and just start throwing up 360 degrees, constantly spitting on everything.
I mean, I've been eating for decades and decades. Time to purge, I guess.
And that way they'll all be covered in your vomit and they can see where to go.
Do you want more of this? Do you,
Is this what
spend
you
the
want, Mattiel? Is this how you
The
envision
great
your...
maiden voyage.
So yeah, he was just throwing up constantly.
Purge, purge. When you're out of birds, you have vomit.
So you're gonna guys are gonna create increasingly ridiculous things to feel out these spikes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, the spikes only last a few miles.
That's fine.
You still got that impenetrable fog everywhere though.
Well, the last 2 wedges we went to, the towers were at the middle, right?
No, they're at the
Yeah.
very back.
At the very back.
Yeah, so it's
So-
like a wedge, it's like whoop!
I mean,
So let's assume that this place is laid out the same and head to that location.
I think I read something about a very useful tool. As I conjured up a 40-foot pole, I just
Just tapping at everything.
in front of it, just have like everybody just all around the ship tapping into the fog.
Alright, as you're flying through, there's no more of the spikes, but there are stuff suspended in the air.
What kind
Letters.
Mine.
Letters.
Big vanilla envelopes. Like, like the big work kinds that just have they're just blank. They're just everywhere. There's thousands of them floating in the air, hovering, like that scene in Harry Potter with the wings keys.
Ace-Ren, are these magical?
Oh yeah, let me check one.
Yes.
A snake that is yellow comes out, bites him on the head, he hits the ground.
That's kind of about what I expected.
So will the snake talk, or is this just?
It is a
curses?
sepia snake sigil, a D&D trap wizards can make that if you read the runes, it bites you and paralyzes you, and then you go in for the coup de grace. I got Kevin's attention. Where we coup de grace people?
So no message here.
It's just sepia snake sigil.
Nah.
Do you fall for it?
That's it. Probably
We already
does.
did once.
Where's the message? Snake, snake, snake.
Alright, as you descend lower, past the layer of paralyzing things, eventually you're going to find these bands. Big, giant iron bands that crisscross this entire world. That have runes on them. Burning red runes.
Will they conjure bigger snakes?
They probably don't create anything good.
Yeah. For reference, they are symbols of death.
Oh.
If you look at them, you die.
Let's not look at them.
Everyone blindfold yourself. Well, good thing we're in a fog that we can't see through.
Oh, the fire burns through. So you have to make it out. You kind of zoom in. Like when someone in your crow's nest, you know, because you don't know, is all I kind of like try to get. It looks like, I see something, but...
Goddamn.
That's clever.
Oh, what? Thousands of birds was okay. The Acer was okay.
I have no emotional attachment to those things.
I don't care about them. I freed myself of those emotions.
And then the bunny looks out the window.
Oh.
Cover his eyes, Poopy.
You know what? I'm just gonna put blinders on him for the rest of this voyage.
There's
There's a lot of look at this and something bad happens. So
There's a pair of
Last thing we want to hear is a bunny screeching.
yeah,
Bunnies don't make sounds their whole lives.
give him some lettuce and turn him to face a wall.
You just put them in a bunny box. It's like a bird box. You take the bird box, you empty the birds out of it, you put the rabbit in. You're like, shh.
And the bunny was like on that swing with the birds have.
Pretty sure the birds didn't have a sex swing, Peter.
I mean, maybe checked.
Pretty sure.
They need to make baby birds somehow.
Pretty sure birds just lay eggs and that's it.
But we press on towards where we think the tower is going to be.
You don't look at any of this giant flaming symbols of death?
I think after we encounter two things where you look at it and you die, we will stop investigating things.
Well, we just stop checking.
So
We stop being curious. Lesson learned.
put little blindfolds with birds.
This is another D&D thing. Where it's like, hey, you want to be explorative and creative and curious and check out the world? Fuck you, you're dead.
No.
You piece of shit.
I think there was an actual comic in the Call of Cthulhu RPG where like, oh, the adventures that live the longest investigate the least or something like that.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the one that run the fastest.
You find a worm-ridden tome. I burn it.
I don't look at
That's the first rule of Call of Cthulhu. Burn all the books.
A dear departed relative has sent you a care package after his demise. I throw it in the fireplace.
Is there any
I
money in
have
it?
a servant throw it in the fireplace. Then I fire that servant and I'm skipped town forever. I'm glad we all spent 6 hours making characters, guys. All right, I bring on my next investigator from the pile. How does his story go?
So, with little bird blindfolds on, we fly on forward.
All right, well, if you were looking and you're probably using like echolocation or like blind sense, there's giant iron bands over pearl domes all over this place, and the pearl domes have iridescent like rainbow shields.
Rainbows are bad! Rainbows are bad!
Yeah,
They are bad. They
If
are
it's
evil.
prismatic sphere.
Also, rainbows are evil. Remember you fought the rainbow monster?
Oh yeah. But I'm just thinking this seems to
It
be.
is prismatic sphere. You're absolutely fucking right. It's a prismatic sphere.
Yeah.
Perfectly that way. Yeah. It's gonna send you to the chaos wastes. So there's giant arcology domes covered in rainbow magic.
Well, this place is intact. I wonder if anyone's still alive or if they all died of. I wonder if they all died of rainbow cancer.
Rainbow cancer is an actual thing too, right? There's a lot of cancers in this game. Remember time cancer?
Yeah.
Good times.
So we fly on forward, ignoring all the evil rainbows.
Yeah, you don't investigate shit.
We have one call.
Eventually, there is a tower. It is covered in smog and rainbows and runes and shields.
Oh no, it's all of those bad things.
And letters. And a bunch of other shit that you could not possibly fathom. This one might be a little more dug in.
Yeah, I mean, it is the school of protection.
Maybe we made a bad pick.
Well,
Well,
I
we
mean,
didn't
we
have-
would have had to deal with it.
So
Hello? We could go say hi?
how do we avoid protection?
Having the word of sun.
Yeah, that would be.
Right? You're all like, pew!
Or alternatively,
What? We need purity of brilliant law?
actually,
Wouldn't hurt.
The isn't that the other one that
Havis of Iron Rule or some shit. There's
This
a
one-
specific sun gift that totally gets got magic.
it's like
We have purity of brilliant law.
There's another one that that one shuts down gifts, but there's one in Sun that literally
Purging the noonday blaze.
That's the one. That's just like, did you say magic? I said fuck you. There'll be no magic today.
Yeah. But that's a greater gift of sun. So even Crimson couldn't, help us here.
There's also a sorcery one that might help, but don't think we have.
Sorcery is even harder.
Well, maybe someone is home. Maybe we can knock.
40-foot pole. Knock, knock, knock.
You gonna keep doing that?
A bit.
Eventually, a sphere materializes in front of you. It's mirrored and covered in rainbows.
Ah, evil sphere.
Hello.
Hi.
Greetings.
Hello.
What are you? Are you the guardian of this place?
Yup.
Oh. Can you let the shields down?
Yes.
Please do.
No.
What can we do to exchange your mind?
No. Nothing.
Fine.
Please go away. We don't want any.
Well, if we do nothing, will you change your mind?
Yes. No.
Paradox.
Yes.
Boom.
That only works on conjured beings, I think.
I mean, well, yeah. There's no more conjuration in this world. Freedom it. It's no longer bound.
Allow us to introduce ourselves.
Okay.
We're a pantheon of gods.
Okay.
We're going to be setting shop up here.
Okay.
We'd like to speak with whoever's in charge to arrange some kind of understanding.
Okay.
Can you facilitate that?
Yes.
Will you facilitate that?
Okay. Vanishes. Sphere comes back. It's also rainbow colored. It's identical to the other one. It might be the same one. Hello.
Hi. Are you the person in charge?
Yep.
Well, carry on.
We're a pantheon of gods.
Okay.
We're looking to set up shop here.
Okay.
We'd like to facilitate some kind of understanding.
Okay.
Are you amenable to us establishing a paradise in this realm?
Yes.
You're very agreeable.
Yes.
What's your name?
Me.
Is there anyone else I can talk to?
Nope. I'm the Archmage.
Alright, so Lothar is looking at this and trying to define if this is just a magical effect, basically a phantasm or something or something.
No, it's a greater eldritch. It does straight damage.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you ready to fuck? 'Cause it's got a bunch of its boys in there ready to go.
Oh.
You want to see how many no cells it has?
Not really.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You're in Abjuration Town now, boy.
So, if we establish a paradise here,
Okay.
what would you want in exchange?
Stay out of our land. We don't want any.
Can we do that?
I mean,
As long as they agree not to
Resist you?
resist when we create the paradise.
I think we can do that. We can leave your area as a no zone.
Okay.
just don't resist us, so that we'll have to come back and talk with you more.
Well, thank you for speaking with us. I'm glad we were able to reach a mutual understanding.
Okay. What do you give us?
Well, I just asked what you wanted, and you said to leave you alone.
On
Is
top
there-
of that.
Is there something else that you need?
Would any of you like to visit
Yes.
a more powerful world, better?
Well, what can we do for you?
We want for you to wipe out it looks like it's just hanging there for a moment while it's thinking. Theodore,
Which one is that?
the future sites.
Divination?
Yeah.
Why do you want us to wipe them out?
We hate them.
we'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
Well, I guess we leave back where we came. To a pile of dead bird corpses.
Pile of vomiting dead birds.
So once we're well out of the area, I think we should go back with a full army and destroy their entire civilization.
You mean the rainbows or the future side people?
No, I mean the rainbows.
I mean, we'll go to the future side people eventually. We'll ask them whether they will be amenable, or if we'll be fighting them. And if they work with us, we'll use their future side to ask them how will we defeat the rainbows. And there, problem solved.
I had a similar line of thought. I mean, we go to the future people, we see whether they're open to working with us or not. If we have to fight them anyways, then we get 2 wedges for the price of 1. If they're willing to work with us, then yes, we raise the army and we go fight the abjuration people because I think they'll be easier to take.
Yeah, I don't really don't want to fight the.
Neither do I, but there's a chance that we raise an army, fight the abjuration people, then go to the future people and find out we have to fight them anyways.
I mean, we could...
Prisoner's dilemma.
We could also spend a little bit of time, make an artifact that just fucks over all of these rainbows.
Yeah.
Wipes it all out.
Either way, I say we go to the future people next and see how that plays out.
Okay.
It followed us.
Sure. No, it's just a fun word.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the secret of them?
What?
The future, the abjurers?
What?
They got so afraid of being hurt that they entombed their souls and brains in little balls, which is perfect.
Oh, and soul
shells.
Yeah.
Nice.
Safest way to be.
Absolute safety orbs.
We should maybe wrap there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I mean, you've gone through a few already.
Yeah. I don't think we'll have time to do the whole future people.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
That's a perfect place to wrap, though. That was good. So you guys fly away from Mendicant, the Nightmare Defense Nation, on your way to maybe dealing with Diodora. So, I was Devin.
Tyler?
Peter.
Mark.
And this is sponsored by nobody. Oh, Nicole went to bed. This is sponsored by nobody. Signing off.